They are whacking them and stacking them on the St. Lawrence River. And we're going to whack them and stack them here in the shop for Tackle Shop Live.
A sunny day, right there you took my breath away. Young and pretty, was it just a dream? The next day you called me up, you told me I'm your little buttercup.
What up, Patrick Kingery?
And you fell into my arms.
How are you doing, buddy?
Well, I know what I feel.
Crappy Kev's in the house. Lane Graves, how are you doing, buddy? Good to see you, pal. Conway, how are you, Conway? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Glenn, how you doing, Glenn? Good to see you today, buddy. PP 2273, what's going on, man? Chopey in the house. Bob Donahue's here. Robert Murray. Frank Garvey. Man, oh man, oh man, everybody's here. WB Jones, how are you, buddy? What is going on, man? Al Arnold's here. David Schottlemeyer. How you doing, David? Mark Joseph. Matthew Weimer's in the house. How are you, Matthew? Robert Mills, what do you say, buddy? Matt Robbins, Mike Hayer, Joseph Cascarino. You bet, baby. Oh, what a great night, huh? GDP is kicking ass, let me tell you. That's awesome. Yep, Robert. Good to see you. Ed Ranowski, Tanner Weimer. What's up, Tanner? How you doing, buddy? Jake Winaldi. Mark Joseph's here. Jeff Santangelo. Kevin Herr. How you doing, Kevin? Marky, how you doing, buddy? Tom Harner's here. Man, we got a great bunch of guys stopping in tonight. Good to see everybody. Thanks so much for stopping into another great edition of Tackle Shop Live. My name is Mike Acord. Right next to me is George Acord. Behind the camera's cameraman Nick. We're all in the house tonight. The three amigos are back together again. Man, Nick, I got a little spring in my walk, man.
I see that.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's just such a great day. I mean, I'm feeling good. I'm happy. I guess GDP, because of GDP whacking him big time today. He had a hell of a bag, 20,
That's awesome.
25.5, and really posted a really good bag out there, and really proud of him muscling through the big waves and the big water to do what he had to do and go out there and bust a big bag. It was fun watching a tournament all day today. We were busy in here today, which is a lot of fun being real busy in here. George and I and Skeeter Steve, man, we were rocking and rolling all day today. So good to see everybody stopping in the shop and getting really psyched up for this fall season coming up and getting ready to. And the fishing's great around here. I don't know what it is, Nick. I got a little. I'm popping and grooving and shucking and jiving.
You are.
I'm feeling good. It's really cool to see Ike and Nelly in a jumper.
That was awesome.
Ah, man.
Did he fishing out all day, or he put that on for the weigh-in?
He put it on for the weigh-in. As far as I know, he was all bundled up because he was taking waves over the front of his boat all day long. So everybody was soaking wet. But I'm sure he put that on when he got back to the boat ramp. But that's so cool to see that. And for him to do he came in with almost 22 pounds.
That's an awesome.
And he's like in 60-something place. I mean, this tournament is out of control. Unbelievable weights up there. So exciting. And you're going up there tomorrow, which man, if you can get involved with some of that stuff, somewhere.
Yeah.
Just to whack a couple of them things. Jeez, oh, man.
Well, I wanted to ask you guys this. The thing that was incredible today is that lake. That lake was brutal.
Brutal.
Now, you guys have experience on big water like that. What goes through your mind when you're like, the river opens up and you're just like, okay, we're really going to do this. And now it's getting real. You're going to send it. Like, how long is it taking some of these guys to get to their spots?
I mean, you know, I was never in the big giant water like that, 10-foot waves
Me
and
either.
12-foot waves like that. So I can't really say like for that, but I can tell you when I was in some really nasty stuff, what I thought was nasty, you know, 6-footers, you know, on the Chesapeake Bay, and you're by yourself. It's worse when you're by yourself. If you have somebody sitting next to you, you know, it's a totally
You're
different,
like in it together.
it's a totally different atmosphere. But when you're by yourself, you feel about this big. You feel about this big, and you're just like, it's really, really super intimidating. So for those guys, you know, you heard some of them say they turned around, man. They were like, I don't need this. I'm turning around. And a lot of them turned around. But you know, I guess if you're at that level and you are a professional, you know, and this is what you do, you gotta learn how to run that stuff. And I think if you do it smartly, like some of those guys did, you know, they did it. All of them did it really smart. You can run that water with those boats.
I mean, what kind of speed? You're not doing 30.
No.
40 miles an
It's
hour.
going to take you know, that's the thing. If you try to hurry, that's one thing I learned about boat driving. If you try to hurry in most big water situations, something bad's going to happen. You know, you're going to spear a couple. It's going to get ugly, scary, rip stuff off your boat. But if you just take your time and really understand, okay, I just gotta work the water, work the waves, and work it, and really think about where you're going and how the wind's blowing, which way direction the waves are coming. I know in the one situation where it was really, really bad for me, I thought about where I was at, I thought about where I was going, and I thought about the best way to do that so that I wouldn't have to fight the waves and use the waves, you know.
Right.
And but it was still very intimidating.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, very intimidating when you go down in those troughs, man, and you're looking up and there's water all around you. And I wasn't in 10 footers, but it was still water all around me. And it's ugly, it's white, it's gray, it's it's all the bad colors, man. It's like very intimidating. So I just couldn't imagine. One guy, Drew Cook, he went all the way out to the Ducks. 2-hour drive in that stuff.
You're not getting out of the wind there.
No.
No.
It was bad, man. It was bad. Those guys, you could just see how bad it was. They could hardly even weigh fish. A lot of them got seasick. Our poor GDP, man, that poor guy puking all day long.
One of the things I heard today that was interesting, because they don't ever talk about this,
Yeah.
is Kyle Patrick was talking about he starts to go and his bilge pump stopped working and he's got water up to his ankles and he putted back in to get it fixed. But I guess when you're in that big of water, your bilge pumps, you got to be prepared, maybe even two. Some of the guys were saying they might have double bilge pumps.
Oh, every one of those boats have two.
Yeah.
A lot of guys have three. A lot of the guys that fish the Great Lakes on a regular basis, you know, you have an auto and then you have a manual, and they're on two separate circuits. So if you pop a breaker or pop a fuse, both your pumps don't die. So they're, you know, the automatic one is on a float.
Right.
Every boat has that. And every single one of those boats have a manual. And then a lot of the big water guys with massive experience, they have a third that they sit on the floor of the boat, and then they take the overflow hose and zip tie it to the handle rail so it's pointing out of the boat.
That's good thinking.
And then they have a cigarette adapter wired onto the end of that. And then if you stuff it, you got it hanging right there. You just plug it in. Yep. Now you have three running.
That's good thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you cover your batteries with water,
Everything shorts
they
out.
short out. And now you're dead in the water. You know, at least if you have power, you can keep going forward and your pumps will pump out. You know, it's like anything else. It's preparation.
Sounds like you have experience with that, George.
I've done that more than once. It sucks. You know,
yeah.
it's all about the preparation. You know, it's all about, you know, like with manual jack plates, you know, you can squeeze every little last bit of speed out of your boat with a jack plate. But if you fish the big water and you have a manual jack plate, you don't have it set up for every ounce of speed. You have it set up so that when your boat is at this angle and you're throttling up the face of a wave, your prop doesn't blow out. Because if your prop blows out, you're spinning. It's like your car tire spinning on ice. So now your boat is sliding backwards down the face of that wave.
Yeah, and then the one behind it catches
you're
up
going-
to you, crashes over your.
and you're pumping the pedal trying to get it
Yeah.
to bite again.
Yeah.
So, having that boat set up with the correct engine height, the correct prop. I remember back in the days when we first started playing with Lake Erie, we ran 5-blade props. They were Mercury props, and we had them hubbed for Yamaha to put on our Yamahas. And you gave up speed, obviously, but your bite was incredible. Now a lot of we're Skeeter guys, and they make a beautiful 3-bladed prop that bites great, and we can stay on plane at 16 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So, but you better have a lot of gas.
Yeah.
Because when you're driving in those big waves, it's like you're putting your boat on plane 500 times a day.
Well, that's a good point. So I know when guys go way up the river and come out to the main lake, that a lot of times they have to refuel before
Yeah.
they go out there.
Yeah.
But when you go from Clayton out to the main lake, there's nowhere even on the Canadian side where you can get gas.
Well, it's about 15 miles, maybe 17 miles to the lake. So, you're leaving Clayton with 50 gallons of gas, you're good.
Right.
If you're going out, like,
I bet you Drew Cook was pretty dry coming back.
yeah, he probably burnt if he had a 50-gallon tank, he might have had a 60-gallon tank. He probably burnt most of it.
Yeah.
Because you're just
Because
digging.
you're just fighting the whole time out through there.
And you're just hammering that outboard. I mean, every big wave, it's like putting your boat on plane.
Yeah. It's when it's all over, it's really cool, Nick, that you did it. It's like it's a massive accomplishment that you ran that and you made it and you did it. You felt really good and you were like you were all like cocky and shit, but
Well, you were adrenaline.
yeah, I mean, you feel really great when you come back in and you finally hit that smooth water and then you crack it open a little bit and you're like, yeah, man, I am the man. I just freaking went through that, but it's very intimidating when you're actually going through it and you do feel really, really small. But, knowing how to run a boat and the confidence level and having that confidence
Yeah.
and
well, and you get that
and not-
confidence through seat time
yeah,
and your quality of your setup.
yeah,
Right?
no doubt. And it's don't be in a hurry. Just don't be in a hurry. I mean, you just can't be in a hurry. It's very, very, that's when bad things happen.
I bet you the service trailers are still working.
Till
guarantee
they
you.
go to bed tonight.
Guarantee you.
They'll stop working at like 2 a.m.
Yep.
But there's little things that go into running that big water, and I'm sure these guys, for the most part, did it. But things that you never enter your mind, like you go out and you buy a bass boat, right, and you spend, $60, $70, $80, $90, $100,000 on your boat, and you're like, well, I got this new boat, I can just go. Well, I mean, this is the last tournament of the year. These guys have run their boat the equivalent of 10 years of us running a boat in 1 year. What kind of maintenance do you do on your boat in 10 years? Well, quite a bit. But here's some things you got to think about if you're going to fish the St. Lawrence River, Lake Ontario, I guess it's Lake America now, Lake Erie,
Like America.
Champlain. Champlain gets sporty. Here's some things that I bet you a lot of people don't think about. The bolts that go through the transom to the jack plate. There's 4 of them. It takes 2 people to tighten them. If you're like, I just bought this boat. It's, it's good. They're good. No, they're not good.
You'd be surprised with how many turns you get on them.
And then the bolts between the motor and the jack plate. But here's one I bet you a lot of people don't think about. The tie downs on the batteries. Now, a lot of people are running lithiums and they're much lighter. But if your tie downs aren't tight, like Mike and I run lead acid for troll battery, and they're, I don't know, what are they, 75 pounds a piece?
They're heavy. This thing's bouncing around, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, and when they bounce, when they get that movement, they start to pull the screws that out of the floor of the boat that the trays are being held with. So now you just got a 75-pound wrecking ball down there that's busting
everything up.
I mean, I had a buddy of mine on a day on Champlain when we got back, and he came over to me and he goes, "My batteries won't charge." And I went back and I looked in the back of his boat, and there was a hole in the side of one of his batteries because the other battery was loose. And for 75 miles, it was just, and it literally broke the side of the battery out like a big hole. Like you took a hammer and beat the side of the battery out. I can see why it's not going to charge for you. But think of the damage that's going to do. So, you got to check your bolts. You got to check your battery tie downs. You got to check your battery trays. Your battery tie downs are tight, but your trays have the screws stripped out of the floor of the boat. Okay, great. At least the battery and the tray aren't going to fall apart.
Yeah.
Trolling motor bolts.
Yeah.
Graph mount bolts.
Yep.
Well, did you see Huff? I think he said he lost 2 of his fish finders, 10 rods.
Yeah.
And I think maybe his trolling motor.
Water hurts. And I'll tell you another thing to check at the end of the day. Some of these guys are fishing 4 days. You stand back when you're all said and done, at 11 o'clock tonight from fixing everything and rigging rods, and look at your rub rail. I guarantee you on each side of the bow, there's 3, 4, 5 screws that are half backed out that have the rub rail pushed out. Well, those screws also help to fasten the top cap to the hull. So you got to pry your rub rail back and tighten all those screws. If you don't do this stuff, then, you're just like got your head stuck in the sand.
George, did you do that after every day on the
every
big water?
day?
Did you?
Yep. On the big water.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys, those guys that were running with him and George, they had extensive toolboxes in their trucks, and they worked together. The 4 or 5 guys that traveled together, they all worked together and did these things and helped each other out. And when you're fishing Erie and you're fishing Ontario and you're fishing Champlain and you're making these massive runs, it, like George said, at the end of the night, it's 11 o'clock and you finally got everything done. You got to check everything every time. And they did. They went over their boats and they never had any massive, other than that one time with JT. They never really had any massive breakdowns as far as, that kind of stuff goes. But yeah. So anyway, another thing I wanted to talk about really fast here, because we want to get this show
fast.
As we want to just have a big shout out to everybody who brought in tackle for the kids.
Oh man,
this past week, man, I'm telling you, we got loaded up big time. We got a big pile of stuff back there now that we're going to start to call our guys up and get our kids groups to come in and pick up some of the gear. Make it worth their while traveling in here. You guys did a great job. We're still collecting, we're still gathering, and this is going to be a big deal for these clubs. And we just want to thank everybody who took the time to get it together and bring it in. We really, really appreciate it. And these clubs and these kids are really going to appreciate it. So thank you guys.
Yeah,
really, you guys really came through. It was pretty awesome. So but if you still have some stuff and you want to get it to us, just bring it on in and we'll stack it up and make sure it gets to the right people.
Yeah, that's good stuff too.
All right, Nick.
That's real good stuff.
We're a tackle shop, Nick. We love talking about tackle. And this week we got a great big tackle talk because we've been getting tackle in like crazy. And this is our segment we call Tackle Talk. Yeah. Man, we love Tackle Talk. This is, man, we've been getting truckloads of stuff in every day. Tackle is flowing really freely right now, and it's really cool. We brought back up to snuff a lot of the departments that were hurting. The tackle's starting to flow again. So we're getting stocked up. We got our pegs filling up big time. So if you guys were looking for stuff and didn't see it in here, it's probably here now, or in the next couple of days or a couple of weeks, it's going to be packed in here. So, well, George, what do you got, man? What's new? What's hot in the world of fishing tackle? Oh no, Nick. Hang on, guys. We're going to fix the camera. Hold on.
Get that redneck camera rigged up.
Camera is this one. Plug this back in. All right. There we go. Shoot, Nick. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Shoot, Nick. Shoot, Nick.
I see pictures.
No,
No.
it's just froze up.
Nothing but problems at all times.
Nope. Come on. Is it on? Turn it off. Turn it on, Nick. Okay, there we go. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Little power snafu, camera snafu, still snafuing. Still snafuing. You guys hear me? Okay. We're back. Thanks for hanging on, guys.
We didn't really go anywhere.
No, I don't think so. So, yeah, we're back.
I got a shout out.
Sorry about that.
I got a shout out, fellas, before we get started with Tackle Talk. I want to shout out to Frank. Frank was in the shop, what, about 2 days ago, Mike?
Yeah.
He's from Hawaii and was over here visiting his brother and fishing. And Frank, we appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate the fact that you followed our show and our social and
That was cool, man.
you know, I hope you finally got your beat your brother's record on that flathead catfish. He caught a 42-pound flathead on a chatterbait.
What they were catfishing with catfish rods, and they were also bass fishing. They caught the flathead on a chatterbait while they're bass fishing.
Should ask him if they caught a bass on the chatterbait on the flathead rod.
Cool guys, and I told him, I said, before you leave, he's been living in Maui for 25 years. I said, before you leave, you got to catch a bass in Hawaii, because there is bass in Hawaii.
Oh, he knows all about that.
Yeah, so he's gonna make sure he does that before he leaves there.
Well, thanks, Frank. We appreciate you, buddy.
Sorry, everybody, for that. We had a power outage here and screwed the cameras up.
So far, Frank is holding down the record this week for the longest distance traveled to the shop.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, George, let's go, man. What we got here in tackle? What's the hottest tackle in the country right now, and what is going on with it?
We got tackle and trends.
Yeah.
We got trends and tackle.
Yeah.
So, I don't know where to start, to be honest with you, but it seems logical places with the quakey craziness that's still going on. It was good measure. So one of the things that we got going on is, many companies that are, and I like the fact that they're hardcore companies, are really answering the bell on different ways to handle the quakey. And there's some stuff I've been waiting on. The wheels seem to turn slowly, but it takes time to, in the case of this jig head here, which I want to show you, this is a Picasso Urchinator cradle head. It takes time to build the molds. This is USA made, so don't think we're coming out of China or any other place like that. But this is a guys, what's cool about this? This is a collab with Renault Tackle. And you'll remember Renault Tackle, Mike, from that flipping perch bait that they made.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Anything they do it's usually unique.
Yeah.
And it's usually
cutting edge and
pretty cool. So Picasso, which is, a Pennsylvania company, very high quality craftsmanship and very cutting edge designs, and Renault got together. We have a Gamakatsu hook. Now they went ahead and they used a 3X hook because, a lot of these heads are going to be used to catch some really big fish. And, with the flexing issues, there isn't any. But look at the geometry of that, guys. And now I'm going to show you a 17 millimeter Koike that I rigged a minute ago. And I got to tell you, one of the benefits of this is how easy it is to rig. It literally took me the time it would take me to put a TRD on a jig head. So unlike some of the other rigging methods that are a little more involved, you know, a little more work. Now this is a original hide up Koike. So the one thing about the original hide up Koike is the rigging channel is a little more open. You know, you get into some of the other brands like Skinny Bear. We sell a lot of Skinny Bear, great product, but that rigging channel is like barely a channel. And I've been waiting for this head. I've been talking to people about this head for, it seems like 5 or 6 months now. So this is the Picasso Urchinator Cradle Head. There's 2 in a pack for $12.99. But there's something more I want to tell you about it. The 5.0 hook, you know, is obviously going to handle your 17s, your 19s, your 20s, no problem. Then there's a 6.0 hook that is going to handle your full cast and even bigger. You know, we have a 26 millimeter from G-Crack. We have a 31 millimeter coming from Picasso. You know, so if you're fishing some of them real big ones. So check those out. If you're dialing your Koike game in, or if you've been on the fence, if you've been waiting for the coach to put you in the game, I'm putting you in. Okay,
You're in.
you in, right? And I think that this is going to be a great option. Now, the other thing that's really cool about this is the weedless version. And what I want to show you here, I don't know if you're going to see it because I'm not taking these out of the pack. This is something Picasso does on a lot of their baits.
I'd turn it the other way. There you go.
This is 3 titanium wires with the dipped ends on them. There's a picture on the back. That's a good picture. So now, if you want to send your Koike into a brush pile, if you want to send your Koike into a treetop, we got another option for you. So that is exciting stuff.
Bill McDermott wants to know about this GDP set.
I don't even. If he gets me started on that, I will not be able to function. We're not going to go there because that was probably the funniest thing I've seen in a month. The other thing I like about this head is it falls through the water with this posture right here. Hook up. Now, if we can get the camera to work again.
I think it's the internet. I don't know what's going on.
If we can get the internet to work. Guys, you shouldn't look at this as disappointing. You should look at this as you're seeing the finished product on this side, and you're getting a behind-the-scenes look over here.
Well, I mean, we got storms coming through, you know. So
we do have storms coming through.
I don't know if that's what it is or not,
Yeah,
but
there's flash flood.
thing keeps freezing
I
up.
think we're providing.
All right, let's go.
I think we're providing
It's working. We got to keep moving.
a window. I'm not going to be in a hurry.
We got to keep
I'm not going to be in a hurry.
keep
Rule
the
number
tackle
one,
going.
George.
I will not.
No,
in a
you don't
hurry.
have to be in a hurry, but just keep on track here because
I'm going to actually slow up. I'm going to go to one of a work stoppage.
we might freeze up again.
Well, you know what?
Oh my God!
In every life, some Miller Lite must flow.
What a disaster!
I don't think so. I think we're letting the people see the pain involved in producing a world-class show. But anyways, whatever it means, welcome back to the channel. I don't know what that means, but you're welcome back. All right, now I want to show you guys this, and I think you're going to like this, okay? I think you're going to like this. I got a 6-pack of them here. And if you're into the urchin game, and by the way, I prefer to call them koikies. So if I say koiki and you say urchin, it's tomato. But this is called a hanger weight, okay? Now we're going to bust one out of here for the, the show. If you get a package from us ever that looks like it's been opened, it may or may not have been famously put on the show. So this is cool. We have 2 sizes. This is the medium. And this, get me one of those out of there, would you? No, I don't need I just need a pack. That's your medium. And that's your large. And what I'm referring to is not the weight, but I'm referring to the size of the little paperclip looking wire. So the medium, and this is all on the website if you forget, the medium is for a 10 to 19 millimeter. So if you're fishing the little 10s, which are smaller, remember, this is a 17. If you're fishing a 13 or a 10 or this, you only need about that much wire to reach up through that bait, because you don't really want this to come out the top of the bait per se. And then you can really add some lockdown feature to it by putting on this sort of it's kind of like if you had a spinnerbait trailer hook, and then put this inside the koiki. And then when you rig your hook through the koiki, always get a little bit of the koiki, come through the wire, and then back out through the koiki.
What you're doing is going through that plastic sleeve you put on.
Yeah, so you're like locking
and
this
it's
down.
Locking it in there, so it can't just fall off when you're reeling the fish back in.
I mean, I've had people that I would classify as experienced anglers. Now let's not really focus on the rig because it's kind of different. But look how the weight is rigged. The weight is outside of the bait. Yeah. Now, Bill McDermott, we're not pointing any fingers. So don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do this.
This is going to help you, Bill. These are things for you.
So this is you're gonna put this into your koiki, and then you're gonna go through a little bit of plastic through that loop. Now, what's cool about this, the reason it's called a hanger weight, is this loop is protruding out of the bottom of the weight. And in the package is a split ring. So I can put a split ring on here. And if I want, I can put a blade on there. Good point by Mike. But it doesn't.
Well, show the back of the package so you can see the loop, because you can't really see the loop on the. There you go. You can see that little loop below the weight. That's what he's talking about, where you put the split ring on as a secondary option. And then you do what with it, George?
Oh, you have 3 options that I can think of. The third option, you might want to sit down for. So the first option is a blade. So a little, like I would do like a number 3 willow blade and hang that off there. So now you have your koiki with a little blade hanging out of the bottom.
There you go.
Okay. The second option is another hook. If you're getting, how you put a stinger hook on a spinnerbait? If you're open water fishing and you're getting short strikes, you can put a little stinger hook on there. Probably not the most popular option. The third option, and arguably the most fun option, is you can stack another koiki on there. Koiki to koiki, if you will.
Ooh.
Now I want you to think like daisy chain trolling for billfish with a chain of koikis, or Alabama rig koiki presentations. In other words, 2 koikis. Not that everybody's going to rush out and do that, but it is a suggested technique. Seriously.
Yeah, no doubt. Yep.
So
Yep.
that's called the Urchinator hanger weight. And it's fun to talk about that because in this group right here, cameraman Nick, producer Mike, and third ranking officer George, we fish these baits completely differently. Cameraman Nick is an insert weight guy with a straight shank flipping hook. So this would fall into his system. Mike is a frog hook guy. So I'm not even talking about frog hooks tonight. Although if you're into the frog hook thing, we just did get a pretty good shipment of short shank Gamakatsu 4.0s in. And if you're fishing a big bait, we got 4.0 Urchin BKKs in, which we're going to talk about next week. And me, I've been like trying everything, the treble hook, the insert weight, but I think I found my new home with the jig head.
What weight's that thing come in?
The jig head
Yeah.
comes in 1/4, 5/16, and 3/8. Now, our work, Team Urchin here, our work, we found in shallow water that the lighter weights seem to work better for us. So we're probably not fishing above 1/4. And on a lot of our insert weights, because you got to understand we're using a hook that has weight, we're doing a lot of no more than 1/8 plus the hook, and so on and so forth. So don't be afraid to experiment with your rigging. And like I'm gonna focus solely on the jig for my next couple outings.
Yeah, I mean, the jig is the easiest rigging, Nick. I mean, did you see him do that? I mean, whoop, whoop, right on there.
I was impressed with that.
Yeah.
I should have waited and done it on the camera.
Yeah, because
I don't think
what we did.
I don't think unrigging it's going to be any good.
What we did was we
didn't try that yet.
I would say the unrigging process, you could possibly end up with a 5/0 Gamakatsu in your hand. So we're not going to do that on camera. Okay, now. Hold on, we have an emergency in Columbia.
But that ease of operation of rigging those things up, Nick, was the big problem.
Well,
and we've said all along here, there's a lot coming down the road. These rigging techniques, and we even said that in a year from now, it's going to be funny the way we originally did it.
Yeah, who said that? That was the one pro.
Yeah, that was Brian Schmidt.
Yeah,
he said it's probably going to be like ridiculous how we did this, how we're rigging it now. But so all these things are coming out, and I think the ease of rigging right now is the jig head. He's going to get into another one here in just a minute, which is also pretty easy now. It's a little easier to do, but
I had to fix Columbia.
Yeah.
Columbia Borough was having an emergency. I have the only key to certain offices in the Columbia Borough.
You just gave up your power, George.
Places we don't talk about. One of them's called the precinct. Anyways, so I got the Urchinator. Okay. Now, this one I want you to sit down for. I don't want anybody's wives calling me and saying my husband fell down and broke his leg or anything like that. Brace yourselves. Get braced. So this is a big bait. Okay, this is a full cast. And just to see what it would look like, we put the biggest hook on there. That's a 2.0 quad. I would probably, if this was me, I would probably do a 1.0 on the full cast. That would be a 1.0 quad. Now, if I was fishing like Sam Rayburn Reservoir and we were catching 8 and 9 pounders, I'd probably do a 2-aught. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for day in and day out, a 1.0 quad.
Well, that's a full cast there. So
That's what I'm saying, on a full cast.
I was thinking when I rigged it up, I was thinking the full cast would start where the 2.0 would probably kind of kick in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of.
I think I would rig it with a 1.0.
We probably would around here. Yeah.
Now, I would like to show you one out of the package. May or may not happen. This is just one of those nights when, preparation meets performance meets preparation. So here is a number 2. This is the smallest one they make. And these are BKK. This is no joke. So here's a number 2, which would be perfect for a 17 to 19 millimeter. Perfect. For a 19 to 20 millimeter, you could do a number 1. Okay. So let's analyze this hook here. First of all, it's a quad. Okay. It's a BKK quad. This is a swivel. We have a swiveling hook.
And why is that important, George?
Well, you get some twist with these. And that's going to eliminate that, that whole aspect. Some people might say it's so they can't throw the hook. They're not going to throw. If they throw this hook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, this wire here, okay? See it glistening in the halogen lights? LED, I believe.
Yeah.
There's literally pointed at my head right now 300 miniature LED lights that are slightly cooler than the surface of the sun. Now, check this out. Let's go back to this pre-rigged one. So a couple things you can do here. You see that wire is now bent, right? See it bent? You can bend it back and forth. This is like what I would call a piano wire. It's not going to break. You can bend it back, take deep, unrig. Now, you can put a nail weight in with the wire. And by the way, BKK makes a tungsten nail weight with a little fluorocarbon keeper on it. That works great for this. It's small. And it ain't coming out of the bait. Trust me. It also has a clip. This BKK, it's called a Permalock, Armor Point Permalock hook. Wait, it has a clip that if you want to do a double frog hook and clip it on the eye, you can clip it on the eye. It ain't coming off. If you have a hook with a hanger on it, you can clip it on the hanger. If you wanted to put a weight on the back of the bait, you could clip it on there. But another thing you can do, they're going to be coming out with a weight that you can push in here that has a hollow core in it. You can use a little bullet weight, little bullet weight and hook it up in there. Bullet weight, nail weight, whatever. So that's your quad BKK quad. It's actually called the Hyper Latch Quad Urchin. 2 hooks in a pack, $10.99. This is a premium offering from BKK. And I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but I think everything BKK makes is a premium offering.
Well, they're a premium company. They're absolutely a premium company. Everything they make, their jig heads, precision, precision, everything. The hooks are super sharp. The wire is second to none. You don't get any problems with that. It holds the point really well.
Every one of their hooks is stickier.
Sticky. Yep.
And the other thing, not to toot BKK's horn, but I like a company that's got it going on, and they're a superb company to work with. They have a commitment to the angler. They have a commitment to the dealer. But check this out. Many of the company's products that you fish with are sourcing their hooks through BKK.
Yeah. Yeah.
That kind of tells you something. Like if I'm making a bait to sell, I want, a company like BKK. I want their logo on there because it's a hook that I trust and believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of interesting, guys, because the next item I have here, which is just badass. I mean, badass. Uses a BKK hook.
Mm.
Now, what they call that is a segue. Okay,
You're so
something
good.
you see
You're so good at that.
your top level.
Oh man, I tell you.
Your top level.
I hope people are taking notes on how George runs this whole
tremendous.
segment right here.
It's very impressive.
It's unbelievable.
It's most impressive. So what we have here is the TRD finesse jig with a BKK hook. And when I saw this jig, they wouldn't let me fish with it because they only had 2 of them. And I would have definitely put it in rock. When I saw this jig back in the spring, I was really impressed. And I'm going to take this out of the package, and I'm going to give you the anatomy of the jig.
Yeah. You want a black and blue one, or you want green pumpkin?
I want black and blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's going to end up in the boat.
Oh, that's definitely ended up in the boat with a lot more of them. Okay, now let's do the anatomy of a jig. And then I want to suggest a jig trailer for you for this. That this jig trailer was made for this jig.
So the first thing George is going to do is take off the hook cover. George, show that to the camera. Don't be like that guy who is setting the hook and he's wondering why he's losing all of his fish. Because of that hook, they forgot to take the hook keeper off.
I'm gonna tell you what, if you leave that on your hook,
Wait a second, man. It's happened.
not in red.
Oh yeah. How about a certain splash it such scenario we had one time?
Well, I can tell you this. I always put clear plastic tubing over my spinnerbait hooks back in the day. And I fished a particular tournament on the James River where I lost my first 3 fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
The plastic tubing was still on the spinnerbait.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they were biting.
It happens.
Really good.
It happens. You forget to cut that little red thing off. It happens. Trust me.
So one thing that Z-Man has done for us, particularly for the TPE plastics, like their own Elastec, is they have a phenomenal keeper. You'll see this on the jackhammer. You'll see this on a lot of what they do. That keeper is awesome for Elastec products, TPE products. And it's got a little wire keeper also, but it's also an outstanding keeper for standard plastisol type plastics.
Yeah, it holds them real well.
Really good.
Mm-hmm.
And the key for the TPE is that gap, having that gap in there. And now to show you the perfect trailer for this jig. Say no to claws. We will have no claws on this jig, particularly if we're going north to catch big smallmouth on the big lakes and the big rivers, or if we're fishing the Susquehanna, one of the greatest smallmouth rivers of all time. We're going to put the ultimate trailer on our jig, which is a TRD. Right? So let's put that bad boy on there. And then we're going to talk about why this jig is, in the pinnacle of the class. This little trick I use is I put that on there, I grab this, and you can actually feel it snap into place. It literally snaps. Look at that. Perfectly freaking straight. Now, while we have this skirt folded down, let's talk about this weed guard. I don't know if they tell me what size hook this is, but I'm going to put this at about a 2-aught.
I go bigger than that. 3-0.
Mike's putting it at a 3-aught. I'm putting it at a 2-aught.
I think it was a 3-0.
And we don't have the aught. But anyways, This fiber weed guard is a thin fiber weed guard. It's probably about 1/4 the size of a flip and jig weed guard.
Well, it's finesse, so it should
Right.
it
It's
should be that.
perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And no trimming. It's perfect there. Now, here's the other thing we like. Zoom in there, Nick. That skirt is tied on with wire. That is a hand-tied, wire-tied skirt. And this kettlebell-shaped head with a little bit of a recessed eye is the perfect combination between finesse and football. Very cool jig. It's called the Z-Man TRD finesse jig. Comes in 1/4, 3/8, half. They're $5.99 a piece, which is a great price, by the way. 10 colors.
David Schottelmeyer 2.50, just kind of
My man.
call it.
You know what? That's next level right there. That's the kind of insight you get.
Well, we got great guys on here to tell us, set us straight.
If I was cameraman Nick heading up to New York tomorrow morning, I'd have a whole handful of these things with a bag of those TRDs right there. And by the way, green pumpkin on black and blue,
Killer.
just so you know, it's like putting black and blue on green pumpkin. Okay. You're welcome.
One of the things I really like about that jig, George, is that it comes in half ounce.
Yeah.
I love a compact jig, though, that can fall fast, because what I'm taking notice, especially up in New York, a lot of these fish are so used to seeing like these finesse baits coming down real nice and slow. It needs to shoot down.
Yeah.
They're reacting to it. You still want to use those finesse type baits, but
faster, real fast fall.
Yeah,
That's Mike. That's a tremendous point. The other thing about a half-ounce finesse jig on the northern swing, you want to bomb that jig. Okay, you're going to fish the half-ounce jig on a medium casting rod, 7.2, 7.3 medium, and you're going to bomb it. And you're going to drag it. You're not going to hop it. You're going to drag it. It's like fishing a Carolina rig. You drag it.
What? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just wondering about the hook size and all the different. Are they all the same hook size?
All the same hook size.
All the same hook size.
2.50.
Yes. I was talking to a guy, big jig fisherman in Current, and not like massive current, but current water. And as you get deeper and you're using that lighter jig for the fall, not only does it doesn't stick to bottom good enough. And he says, if your jig doesn't stick to bottom to where you can stop it on the bottom, you're just not going to have that success. River fishing, I think it's different, but lake fishing where you have currents and stuff, if it doesn't fall to the bottom and stick on the bottom, and then you can move it and have it stick.
Well, Mike, to your point right there, that's why when I seen this jig come in a half ounce, I'm like, there's not many jigs that size that come in a half ounce.
Right.
That's a great deal right there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you can get that jig to do what you want it to do just by changing up on the weight of the head. And that's a unique head. What do you call it? A cowbell head? Kettlebell head. And it's not a football head and it's not a ball head. It's in between there. So it's going to do some different stuff for you on the bottom.
It's just a good combination of a casting jig and a dragging jig.
The other thing I liked about that jig too, George, is not only is the skirt tied, but it's a little thinned out skirt. It's not a real bulky skirt like you find in some of these other finesse jigs. So it's very unique in that way. It's more to the liking of some of the smaller jigs that we like, with that little bit finer skirt on there.
I mean, and the colors. Okay, listen. I mean, you got to have all your green pumpkins. This is Canada Crawl, which is a green pumpkin with a dark accent and some red flake. Okay, that is money. Can't really see it too good in the package, though. Here's a Candy Crawl, which is called green pumpkin goby. It's got the purple flake. The lights just don't really pop that, do they?
I think they do better if you actually see it.
The lighting is terrible. Yoga pants. Okay, this is a mandatory color. This is mandatory. I'm waving that around because I'm trying to see if we can get
Well, yoga pants is black.
some read. Yeah, but it's kind of like a smoke black. It's not a jet black. That's what makes it so awesome. The deal. This is a Clearwater killer.
Green pumpkin on top and a pearl,
Blue pearl.
blue pearl bottom.
Another mandatory color. PB&J. And there's other colors. There's copper truce. There's green pumpkin. There's green pumpkin orange. There's 10 colors.
George, want to pick your brain a little bit here, and Mike, if you're going to use that yoga pants jig, what color trailer are you throwing?
Yoga pants.
Are you yoga pants on yoga pants?
Yoga pants TRD.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, my setup for me is going to be based on a lot of jig fishing, many a year of jig fishing, and I'm going to go up north. I'm going to be carrying yoga pants with my yoga pants TRD, and of course green pumpkin, and that's going to have a green pumpkin TRD or a black and blue TRD, depending on the conditions. Up north, probably green pumpkin on green pumpkin most of the time. Black and blue, obviously. With a black and blue TRD or a green pumpkin TRD. Now down here, and I want to give you what I would call like mid-Atlantic color combination on that yoga pants. Black blue metal flake TRD on the yoga pants. Trust me. I'm just telling you. And really, if you think about it, you're all fishing TRD, so you're getting double duty out of your TRDs. It's not like you got to go out and buy 14 colors of TRD. You got them all.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it for me. I mean, I'm peanut butter and jelly, of course, but that's pretty much it for me. And on peanut butter and jelly, what are you running for a trailer on that one, Mike?
Peanut butter and jelly.
10-4, good buddy.
I want you guys to also understand that the quarter ounce, I wouldn't have a problem throwing on a spinning rod. That would be fine on that. But, when you're fishing the 3/8 and the half, and it's made for a bait caster.
7 foot.
But you want that medium action. You want that nice tip so you can cast it and fish it.
Medium.
And medium, also get the hook stuck.
7 foot, medium power, preferably an extra fast taper, but don't get bogged down on that.
Yeah.
If you, oh my God, all I have is a fast taper, you'll be all right.
And then line wise, that's up to the conditions, what you're doing and where you're fishing, but anywhere from 10 to 15 pound line would cover it. I'd go on the lighter side because it's finesse.
Yeah, I'm 12-pound fluorocarbon on this jig.
Go
all freaking day long.
You can go to the lighter side. It's not a problem to go to 10 either if you're up on the Great Lakes and you really need to get deep. With some of these, some of this stuff that's going on, you might have to get to 20, 25 feet of water. You might, 10 pound might not be a bad idea. So,
or braid to a leader.
Yeah, you can do that. And just mess with that. But this is a finesse jig. It's finesse fishing. It's not a power fishing setup. So,
yeah. And you don't really have to jack them. I mean, it's more of what I would call a lean into them hook set.
Yeah.
You're just going to kind of lean back and sweep the rod.
How much are they?
$5.99.
$5.99,
which I think is a great price
for the quality of what that is and the quality of the jig. Absolutely, that's very fair.
That's a great price.
Yep.
And it's a great jig. It's just putting some opinion on here, but that's the way it is.
Nick, did you ever throw a TRD on the back of one of them jigs?
Well, I never threw that jig yet, but I
no, but on
TRDs.
a TRD on one of your finesse jigs before.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we won an Isaac doing that already.
Did you really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it worked great.
Yeah, a lot of guys. It's kind of out now, but it wasn't for a long time. the TRD on the back of a jig.
Well, you know, it's funny because it goes against everything your brain thinks
Exactly.
you should put in the back of a jig.
Exactly.
Like, it needs to have tails. It needs to have
exactly.
doesn't.
We started hearing about it 2 years ago, and you know, kind of tucked it away and didn't really say much about it because it was told to us in confidence.
Mhm.
And you know, now it's out enough that we're bringing it to light.
So let me ask you guys a question because I've seen a difference, but I want to see what your thoughts are. You throw a TRD on a hook, you get good results.
Yeah.
But you throw TRD on a jig, you get good results. When do you like to do one over the other?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. So it depends where I'm fishing. So, you know, the dragging the heavy jig with the TRD up north, that's a north thing. That's just like, if I'm fishing, I'm doing that. That rod is rigged and laying on the deck and probably going to spend a good amount of time in the water because it does what jigs do. It's a big fish bite. But in, you know, the mid-Atlantic territory, I personally have found that it is exceptional in dirty water, especially if you're smallmouth fishing. In springtime conditions in dirty water, it's just a little bulkier. And oddly enough, and somewhere in the archives of video, and I don't know how you would dig into this. You're probably going to need, you know, somebody from MIT. There is a video of Mike and one of the guys that used to work for us back in the day when Skinny Bear was still in business before Skinny Bear went dormant, with shooting a video with a Skinny Bear finesse jig, which was very much like this, in the absolute dog days of summer. Now, the TRD didn't exist yet, but they wanted a no action trailer, so they were putting a Smalley Beaver on it. And they were river fishing in like high 80-degree water on a 100-degree day and flipping this jig up and letting it fall quickly. They were using a heavy version of it and letting it fall quickly on the deep side of river ledges. And they absolutely pummeled fish. And we've never forgot it since that
And they
day.
were big fish too, man. They were real good ones.
We have never forgot it since that day. So, you know, it's a spawn type thing. It's a cold front thing. It's a dingy water thing. And then it's just a
Great smallmouth thing.
dog day of summer. But it's really, really, and you know what else I'm going to tell you about this jig? It's a lot of this has to do with where you live and where you're from. And I know there's people on here from the Southeast. In the Southeast, you can do all the stuff we just talked about and substitute the word spotted bass for smallmouth, because finesse jigs and spotted bass is a thing, and it is a big thing.
Like
If you're,
like peas and carrots.
I'm telling you, if you're fishing, you know, any of the tail races of any of the dams on any of the Tennessee River impoundments, you know, any of those bodies of water that are known for the Coosa River, any of those places that are known for magnum spots, cold water, springtime,
Yeah.
current driven, tail race driven.
Yeah.
This jig is for you.
Yeah.
So it's a spotted and smallmouth bass slayer, and it can be your best friend on a tough largemouth bite.
Mike or Al Arnold. No, there is not a plain white one. There's 10 colors, but white is not one of them. The closest thing to white you'll get is that the deal. But yeah, finesse jigs, man, happening thing. Been happening for many, many years. You know, on our smallmouth scene that we do. But now the largemouth thing that from all these pressured fish, this is also a largemouth thing now. It's also a bait that you can throw around for these real pressured largemouth, and they'll suck that thing in pretty quick.
It's a big time spotted bass jig too, man.
Yeah, and a spotted bass jig. Yeah,
That's why it's got that hook in it.
Yep.
Because spotted bass are like smallmouth drinking Red Bull. You take a 4-pound smallmouth and give them a 16-ounce Red Bull,
Yeah.
and that's what a 2-pound spot's like.
Yeah.
And God help you if you catch a 5-pound spot.
Yeah.
Your shit's getting broken.
Yeah.
They're like catching cobia. All right. Also from Z-Man, and here at the shop, we have gotten dozens of calls on this. Now, you remember a couple weeks ago when we talked about the sinking formula of the Fluke, the Stuntman?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they sold out
Yeah.
the next day.
Yeah.
And thank you for that.
Yeah. We got some 4-inchers in since then,
Got some 5-inchers in too.
and a couple 5-inchers, but not much.
But now we have the Kingpin. So picture this. You have a 5-inch stickworm made out of Elastec, no O-ring necessary. Okay? And you can Nico, wacky, just wacky. I mean, this thing sinks. You don't even need to add weight to it. This is a sinking formula Elastec in all the colors. All the colors.
Green pumpkin,
Green pumpkin,
black
goby,
and blue, green pumpkin goby,
the deal.
I
mean,
all the good colors.
all the colors.
Mhm. This is going to be great.
If you like to wacky rig in the center, they put a little collar mark in the center. Put your hook through there. You're good to go.
Yeah, you don't need to put an O-ring on
You're
it.
good to go.
It's going to hold well.
I like to wacky rig 1/3, 2/3. So I would put my hook right there. That's how I wacky rig. Stick my hook through there. No O-ring. Let's go.
Yeah.
And that's great because, what's the biggest problem with putting an O-ring on?
Putting it on.
No. It's so easy to put on.
The pain in the neck.
It's a pain in the neck.
You got to go in the box.
No.
You got to get the tool.
Well, you're getting
out,
close.
Man. You got to get the whole thing.
Okay, you're getting
out.
close. You're getting close. I teed that up for you, man. Looks so good.
It's such a pain in the
The
neck.
biggest problem with putting an O-ring on is finding the O-ring tool. Not putting the O-ring on, but like,
Yeah, that's what I said.
where is the O-ring tool? Okay, and it's not like a pleasant conversation that we're having. It's a serious conversation, okay? Now we just take our hook, and I'm going to use a short shank, wide gap, wacky rig hook.
Yes, Mark, they're here.
And I'm going to use a 1L. And I'm going to hook it right. Mine's going to get hooked right there. A lot of people like to hook them in the middle. I do not. I like to hook them right there. Throw everything out of bounds. But look at that green pumpkin goby. Purple and gold fleck. My, oh my. The Kingpin. Okay, so we have no evidence to back this up, but 1 pack of 6, which come in a tray, keeps them nice and straight.
Yep.
1 pack of 6, and this is just my estimation. I ran some spreadsheets on this, did some work. You got $6.99 for 6, and Senkos are $7.99 for not even 10. This pack right here is the equal of about 7 packs of Senkos. So if you want to look at it from a financially responsible, which we don't, we want to look at it as another option.
We didn't have the opportunity to do a sink rate test side by side, but I'm telling you, this stuff falls really fast. It falls good. It's got a really good. I thought, didn't you, Nick? I mean, I really, because Nick and I were messing with it when we were in the booth. They had a tank there at ICAST, and we were messing with it, and you could just tell that it fell. It felt good.
Well, I did see a sink rate test with the Senko and that one. They were basically the same.
They did a ton of testing and built a lot of stuff to make this thing do what that bait does. But the
Absolutely.
For me, honest to God, Nick, for me, it's if I can get this thing to really, if I can get the confidence built into it and catch these fish with this thing, it's like I don't have to worry about the O-ring thing anymore. You know,
well, you don't.
I hook that sucker on there, I can fish it all day long.
Let me tell you,
You know,
a wacky rig. Now we don't get a lot of wacky rig days, but I've had some awesome wacky rig bites with brother Mike here. It is expensive because he doesn't like to use the O-ring
it
because
takes
it
too
takes
long.
an extra 3 seconds.
I got to get back out there, man.
So-
when they're biting, they're biting. Ain't that right, Nick? How many times? How many times?
I got to tell you, George, I am with Mike on that. I will go through 15 bags.
I
of
just-
sinking
Oh, I know. And
before-
listen, I'm not complaining.
It's just such
It
a pain
doesn't
in the
bother
neck.
me one bit, but I'll tell you, when we get on a killer wacky rig bite
Yeah.
and me and Mike are in the boat fishing together and we're whacking them, it doesn't happen often because that's not what we usually do, but when it does happen,
Oh yeah.
I will go in that Yamamoto binder
Yeah.
and I will pocket what I need for the rest
So
of the
you
day
have what you need.
because when
Well-
they run out,
well, honestly,
Yeah, there's Mike. I
oh,
thought we had more of these, George.
where's
Yeah.
where's the watermelon green pumpkin laminated Senko at?
well, honestly,
Well, it's from 3 miles up the river to here.
honestly, if like I preparation is everything. If I had preparation time, I would,
Oh, here we
I would
go.
I would have sat in the boat and I would have put O-rings on a pack or two of those baits ahead of time. Then I can just get in there and pull the thing out and it's all ready to go.
Oh my God! If the queen had balls, she'd have been the king.
You're right. But you're right. But I don't have the time to sit down and do
Oh
that. but
my God!
I would do it. If I had the boat in your
All right.
garage like you do, you should be sitting out there
Oh.
rigging freaking Senkos up, Nick.
I only use like.
I mean,
6
that's
a
what you
year.
should be doing.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I only use like 6 Senkos a year, so it doesn't matter.
Now, I will tell you, when I have a good bite, like you guys say, there are times when you're like 3/4 of the way through, you're like, oh, I should have used the O-rings.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
it's
you know
too
you
late.
should.
It's
You
too
know
late.
you should. It's not a question of if you know you should.
Well, yeah.
It's a question of doing it.
Nick, don't feed.
No, Nick's the same way, man.
I am
yeah,
absolutely.
when you're getting
Don't
the bites,
feed it,
it's
bro.
like I'm getting back in there, dude. I ain't screwing around with this thing.
This is so
You
stacked.
gotta sit down, you
All
gotta
right.
roll that thing up on there. You
For
gotta
the
kinda
love of
get it to
God.
the right-
Can we move on? Okay. Now, I know we're talking techniques. We're talking baits.
Yeah.
We got the football game on.
Yeah.
We're
Look at-
drinking some Miller Lite.
Look at them
what
Steelers, man.
else do you want to do?
Yeah.
There's nothing that you want to do, okay?
Yeah.
Nothing. Check this out. 4 new jackhammer colors.
Good.
This is
God almighty.
4 new jackhammer colors available in 3/8 and half. And in the near future, available in all 3 baby jack sizes. Woo! Cold Shed. Now, Cold Shed has a matte silver blade. Look at that. You got a purple pearl skirt. You got a faded couple strands of pink. You got a smoke. Good God. Cold Shed. Now this one here, I took the liberty, took one for you. I took one for the team. I threw this for 8 straight hours last Sunday. This is pumpkin gold. It's a green pumpkin gold glitter skirt, almost a roadkill with a copper blade. And they ate it. Unfortunately, I caught a ton of dinks. But I did catch 2 3-pounders. I didn't throw anything else. That copper blade is legit. Okay? So now we got a green pumpkin, gold fleck, copper blade.
You were probably the only person in the whole entire area thrown at that particular time. Think about it.
I mean,
Nobody had them.
that's the world I live in.
You were the only one.
That's literally the world
Probably
I
the
live
only
in.
one on the whole entire Susquehanna River that day. To have
I mean, look who's on the chat. Chris Shoplock. You know what Chris Shoplock does?
What?
Chris Shoplock keeps me primed up with next year's tackle.
it. Yeah.
I've already got next year's ICAST stuff in my office. It's already in there. I had to sign an NDA.
Yeah.
Snow White, but they call it Secret White. White blade, white skirt. White blade.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about white blades and white skirts, Mike, on spinnerbaits.
Yeah.
When is your situation that you choose a white blade with a white skirt? And I don't want there's not one situation. I would like between you two guys, and I might even chime in, I would like 3 situations for a white blade with a white skirt.
Stain water.
Beautiful. Go, Nick. Go.
I'm not a big one. I never really did it much.
Oh my God.
I let you down on that one.
You think?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shad-based fisheries
There you go.
on super cloudy days. Or, to Mike's point, stained water.
Mhm.
White blade,
I was going to say clear water with cloudy days.
super cloudy day.
Yeah. Real cloudy.
White blade,
Foggy days, Nick, when it's
double-
fog.
double white willow leaf, white spinnerbaits with double white blades. That's a secret weapon. Now we got it in a jackhammer. Not a chatterbait, a jackhammer.
Yeah.
All right. You know, for those of you who don't know, the jackhammer is not made by Z-Man. It's made by Evergreen. Z-Man does not make the jackhammer. Z-Man has the sole license to sell the jackhammer in the United States with Evergreen. And they work with, this whole thing started as a collab between Z-Man and Evergreen. The Evergreen Pro being Marizo, Shimizo, and Brett Height. And now we have Marizo Pink, based upon the Morning Dawn color, but a little more pink, with a shiny chrome blade, silver, chrome, whatever. Okay, that's your 4 new colors. But Evergreen took it one step further, and they created Marizo created a trailer.
Yeah.
For the jackhammer. And it's an Evergreen product. And Evergreen, everything other than the jackhammer, is distributed by Daiwa. And they carry quite a bit of it. So here we have the new Bull Point Shad. Okay. And we're going to have, I'm going to say about maybe 8 colors in this thing.
Mhm.
It's like,
Yeah.
It seems to me like it's about 8 colors. So we have a KO Smelt. Okay. So that's a clear water color, right? We're going to put that on like a Tennessee Shad. Right? And I only have 4 colors to show you today. I'm sorry. I'm sure in the near future we'll get another shipment. But this one right here, we're going to open up. This is green pumpkin candy. And I have a chatterbait that I have in mind for this. So this now became my pack of Marizo Shimizo's Bull Point Shad. Because we got to break down the anatomy of this. Because what this thing is meant to do is accentuate the hunting action of the chatterbait, the jackhammer. So the reason this body is so bulky is so that it doesn't tear out with the aggressive bait keeper on the jackhammer. Now, I fished Sunday all day long with one jackhammer. And I had a Missile Baits Spunk Shad trailer. I used the same trailer all day, and I caught quite a few fish on it. So, you know, you might say to yourself, well, where's my price at? $12.99 for 5 baits is pricey. Yeah, it is. But A, it's scented. B, it's, you know, it's JDM. And C, it's durable. This is a durable body material intentionally. Coming back to a vertical split tail. So we're going to get a hunting action out of our chatterbait. It's going to do one of these kind of like it's kicked out of tune actions because we don't have an anchor point tail. So check them out. The Bull Point Shad. And, you know, when it comes to the art of chatterbait fishing, smells like barbecue. When it comes to the art of chatterbait fishing, you know, we've said it with swim jigs. We've said it with chatterbaits time and time again. The chatterbait color is important, but it's all about the trailer. You know, we always talk about the boot foot trailer. We always talk about the fish trailer, you know, the Zaco. We always talk about the pointy trailer, you know, the spunk shad type trailer, the chatter spike. We always talk about the crawl style trailer. When do you go to the crawl style trailer? Well, this is kind of like that pointy style trailer. It's body, a lot of body, and a finessey tapered tail that's going to accentuate that action. Berry Sharp. The name of that color is Berry Sharp.
That's the way the Japanese say it in English. Berry chartreuse. That's a berry chartreuse.
And, you know, something you don't see a lot, straight black.
There's a lot to that bait, Nick. You know, we've seen it with your favorite bait from the Norries, you know, the Japanese stuff. It's different.
It's the detail.
It's the detail. It's different. It does something different.
Scent.
And then it's scented and it's premium.
I can tell you right now, when I walked in the shop today, and I think for everybody that's watching or listening, this is one of the coolest tackle talks because the amount of stuff you're breaking down. But when I seen the new colors of the jackhammer, and I'm like, oh, and then George was like, well, wait till you look at this. I love that trailer because in my mind, I'm envisioning that tail. That thing's got to have an awesome hunting action. I can't wait to use that trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to get a little snap out of that thing. You don't get out of all the other ones that are out there.
Plus,
all the other ones swim. This thing's going to snap
plus
around.
It's going to puff that body, that skirt out.
Yeah.
You know, here's what you want to do.
It's different.
Here's what you want to do, chatterbait guys, and everybody's. If you don't fish a chatterbait like to the point where you say to yourself, "I fish a chatterbait too much," you're not fishing a chatterbait enough. I don't care where you go.
Yeah,
I literally could care less where you go. Did you see the last Elite Series tournament on Champlain?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bo Browning.
Chatterbait.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
At all.
And Zach Burge all year long.
Yeah.
All year
Zach
long.
Birds all year long.
And if you're like watching and not reacting, here's something a fun exercise. Your next day of fishing, take 2 or 3 rods that you have, maybe a spinnerbait rod, maybe you have a chatterbait rod, maybe you have a medium heavy jig rod. Take 2 or 3 rods and tie up 2 or 3 or even 4 chatterbaits. Mm-hmm. Tie up Evos, tie up jackhammers, whatever. But put a boot foot trailer on one. Put a Zaco style, or what I call the fish. It could be a chatter shad. Mm-hmm. It could be a razor shad. It could be a Zaco. Put one of those styles on. Put a pointy one on. It could be the new Bull Point shad. It could be a
spike
chatter spike. It could be a missile spunk shad. Mm-hmm. And on the 4th one, put a crawl. Rig them all up. Don't get any other rods out. Have those 4 rods on the deck of your boat. And it's fun. Trust me, you're going to catch fish all day long. It's fun. I'm not just sending you on a wild goose chase. But by the end of the day, you're going to have tried to adapt your chatterbait to everything from shallow to deep. You're going to learn how easy they skip. You're going to be fishing wood, grass, rock, current perhaps. But I want you to pay attention to what those trailers do. And if you have if you put a jackhammer on every one of your rods, or if you put an Evo, okay, I think those are the two best chatterbaits on the market, an Evo and a jackhammer, my opinion. Whatever yours is, put the same chatterbait on, but put 4 different trailers on, as discussed.
Yeah, that's so right.
And then watch what happens. Just don't even, just pick up the one and go down the bank and have fun, right? Make good, accurate casts.
And the funny thing is, at the end of the day, Nick, I'm sorry I interrupted, but by the end of the day, there's one trailer is going to outfish the other
every time.
Yeah. And that's a key that you have to understand. There's a time for every one of those trailers, the craw, the spike, the fish, and the boot foot. And it's uncanny how the different trailers really.
Well, it's funny you say that, Mike, because earlier I asked you about a TRD with or without the jig.
Yeah.
And now you're talking about that.
Yeah.
It's my belief that when you're in a tournament or when you're just out fishing, the people that can make those decisions faster for those little details are going to have a better day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's having the experience or learning it from Tackle Shop Live or whatever to understand, when should I throw that with that? When was their best success with that?
Yeah.
And seeing that and go, oh, shoot, when Mike and George said it's stained water, I should throw that white on white.
Yeah.
Now I throw it and I'm successful. Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
And you catalog this stuff too. Like
Yeah.
last week, Mike and I fished a little, steel cage deathmatch tournaments with our boys.
Nice.
And it only pays 2 spots, but you don't want to be the first loser. So last week, Mike caught a fish that tipped us off to a very unique pattern. I didn't say it was a good pattern, but it was unique. But it was a tough bite for quality fish. Dinks.
Yeah, you catch the hell out of them.
Our fish for this tournament had to weigh 1.5 pound and a half. And we do a
Bubba scale.
what's the app called? Tourney X app.
No, it's the other one.
Whatever.
The other one.
You got to take a picture.
Yeah.
Um,
Bubba scale.
the
hold
point
scale
is-
up. Pretty cool.
the point is, I like a tough fishery.
It was tough.
I like a place that fishes tough. And by fishing tough, I'm talking about for quality fish. You only pay in 2 spots. You can catch all the frickin' 2.5 pounders you want. God bless. Have it, ball. Hey, you know what? Our buddy that was here for the Key to the City, he has a saying, if you like it, I love it. Good. Have fun. Knock yourself out. But if you want to cash a check, now you got to figure out, and this is where the fun comes in, and this is where the learning comes in. Now, he caught that first fish on a black and blue jackhammer with a boot foot trailer. So I picked up my punk and gold copper with a straight trailer and just started popping fish like they were going out of style. And I even said to him, I said, I think that straight trailer is going to generate more bites today. And we didn't cash check. Obviously, we finished in 3rd place, but every little bit of knowledge that you gain is added to the bank.
Well, I could have stuck with the boot trailer on there and never realized that the bite was better with the spike.
And it was.
You know what I mean? I could have done that, but if you do what George says and make sure you fish all of the trailers, and see what your bait does differently, then you can kind of say, well, man, these fish are kind of weird. They might need more to trigger their bite. You might need more of this kick that triggered the bite.
Yeah.
And particularly for that particular day, that was truth. I switched over to the spike tail on after a bit, after he started catching them. And then we just started catching fish, and and
That's how you fish a team tournament,
and then
or fish with your buddy.
ran across a couple big ones and put a couple big ones in the boat, and then we were off to the races, but we just couldn't finish it out.
Hopefully Trish isn't listening to this, but I think what we should do, George, is put 4 jackhammers on with different, trailers, head over to the pool.
Yeah.
See what they look like.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I got no problem with that.
my luck is I'd snag the liner.
You would.
Blood.
You probably would.
Now-
then it would be a problem. But
Guys, while we're sitting here talking about this trailer, and we've talked about this numerous times. We gave an example one time of a tremendous bite where the fish were tearing the tail off of our boot foot. We were not using Elastec. We were using our other favorite trailer, which is the Little Dipper. And these fish were super aggressive. The water was dirty. It was high. And here's what we learned. We went to a crawl trailer and they choked it. But here's what we really learned. The yo-yo retrieve. So now we have layer number 1, the trailer. Layer number 2, the retrieve. Slow, fast, or yo-yo.
mm-hmm.
So the thing with the yo-yo
Mm-hmm.
is you want to get some, you're not ripping it off the bottom. It's kind of like slow motion stroking a jig. It's not like a little pick. It's not like a 6-inch pick. I like to let it fall, and I like to pick it up a foot, 2 foot, and then let it fall again on controlled slack. I spent a lot of time yo-yoing chatterbaits, a lot. Interesting point. Unless you're around wood, the jackhammer does a phenomenal job of not getting snagged. So don't panic there. And if you do get snagged, don't just flip out and start ripping and tearing at it, because all you're doing is wedging it. You can usually pop it free. So, maybe on your second day of chatterbait learning, you rig up, your 4 chatterbaits, and then you also vary your retrieve. So that was just something that, when I was talking about this bull point shad to myself, I said, let's talk about some trailer actions and some retrieves. Because you know what? You can't get enough of that.
No.
You cannot. If you don't fish a chatterbait obsessively, big mistake.
Yeah.
Please get on the chatterbait wagon.
Yeah.
Guys, we're having a ball here talking about new tackle and then spinning off into techniques. And I have, I want you to think about the dice. Remember when the dice? Remember the dice? The OSP.
Yeah.
And then the tumbleweed.
Yeah.
And then the Z-Man fuzzy balls.
Yamamoto
or whatever they
nuggets.
call them. Yamamoto uni.
Yeah.
Well, I got
the nuggets. The nuggets.
uni.
You think the uni is the same as a dice?
The uni is a dice. Yeah. Yamamoto doesn't make a nugget.
The Yamamoto Senkos and Senko nuggets.
Oh, the fuzzy nut.
the fuzzy nut.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the uni.
Yeah.
Well, now we have, and I don't know if you guys remember the Evergreen Gizmo. This is the Flutter Gizmo. Now, I want to talk to you about this because if you're a student of watching these tournaments,
Yeah. I was going to say, you better bring that up. I think that's what they were throwing.
there was some weird stuff happening on Champlain by young Trey McKinney. And there was some weird stuff happening on live today.
Yes.
Drop shotting a bait that looks suspiciously like this.
Yeah. Very
So-
they called it a buggy bait.
Yeah. So this is essentially a PVC. This is not a TPE. This is a PVC plastic kind of gizmo. If you know what the gizmo is from Evergreen, which is a phenomenal, crazy topwater bait.
Yeah.
And I've heard from some Elite Series pros that they were fishing the gizmo like a quickie. Not going to go there right now. This is a Flutter Gizmo. Think Dice meets Creature meets Drop Shot.
Yeah. That now you're getting there. The drop shot thing, and then
Or like a super finesse, weighted and no weight,
Yeah.
lightly weight. This is
lightly.
this is slow sinker,
Yeah.
lightly weight.
lightly weighted.
Put it on
A scooter.
your big 7.6 hair jig rod.
Yeah, like a scooter. Scooting it on the bottom.
This ain't no joke. Now, let me tell you something. When I first saw this bait, I'm like, Evergreen put some animation on a dice bait.
Yeah.
And then I just happened to be there where I could talk to some Evergreen pros. You know me. I'm always trying to get them clues for us, sniffing around. And I had my boy Shoplock with me. And he's, got his theories. And here we are.
This is like secret stuff here, Nick. This is like cutting edge, massively cutting edge
What this
presentations.
is? You know what this is?
This is a drop shot. You know those fish, Nick, that you were saying that were running from you this past week?
Yep.
If you'd have had that on a micro jig head and fired that thing out in front of those fish,
They would have ate it.
they would have ate that thing.
Or a drop shot, maybe.
Well, I think Trey McKinney was drop shotting that today. I think somebody else was.
But
drop
I was
shotting
looking
that
at
too.
the front of that bait. Would you put your hook in the tip of that bait?
Nose hook it.
Right in
Nose hook.
front.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, your hook ain't coming out of there. It's PVC.
Cool stuff.
I got to tell you guys something. You know how I feel about the shrimp scent? The Kitech scent?
It has it. Nice.
Shrimp scent.
Yeah,
3-pack,
that's for real. That scent
$18.99.
almost as good as a Dorito scent. Or yeah.
3-pack, $18.99. Now, I don't have all the colors in stock yet, but I have 4 of them.
I know 2 packs that aren't leaving or going to be leaving.
Yeah.
I have freshwater shrimp, which I would call a smoke. Freshwater shrimp is a smoke, and the legs coming out of it are like a variegated, like smoke black. And then we have magical bait, which is pretty clear. It's got a little bit of a purple tint to it, skirting and all, but it's pretty clear. Then we have Secret Smoke. And I like Secret Smoke. Secret Smoke is got that pro blue color belly and a smoke with a fine gold flake on the back.
Hi, Tommy from Japan.
And
That's cool.
Did I do freshwater shrimp?
No.
Freshwater shrimp. Little bit of blue fleck in a smoky with that variegated skirting on it. A lot of similarity in some of these colors.
Yeah.
And you know what? This might sound a little weird, but a bait like this, I almost don't think the color matters. This is one of those baits that the profile and the action trumps color.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say a little bit tonight with people watching and listening. Some of these baits that you guys are showing, not a lot of people have these baits. Like that one you just showed, the Flutter Gizmo.
Yeah.
That trailer you showed
Yeah.
over there.
The bull point.
The bull point. You need to start using these baits now before other people start getting on the gig, because I'm telling you, it is those little details
I guarantee you.
every time.
Clifford Perch was out on the lake today, and he was sitting over top of a school of fish that he described as hundreds of fish.
Which is pretty possible on Lake Ontario or
Mike
Lake
Iconelli.
America.
Mike Iconelli said he saw a school of fish today that was, or in practice that he was fishing today which is the largest school of fish he's ever seen. Clifford Perch sat on those fish, threw everything in his tackle box at these things, and they would not bite it. Over and over and over and over, and he just didn't have anything else, so he just sat on them, and at the end of the day,
They bit.
They decided to bite, and he comes in with 23 pounds.
No way.
Yeah, and maybe 22 because he's down there pretty far, but he ended up with 22 pounds, which was a huge bag on any given day, honestly, except for today.
But the bite window is just so small.
It's just a small or
right bait.
did he have that? Was he throwing everything that these fish have seen because of the pressure up on
That's
that
a
lake?
real thing.
Yeah, is that a thing? And could he have thrown one of these crazy baits that are out there and triggered bites that the fish, and triggered those fish to bite a little earlier in his day, so he would have more confidence.
Well, do you guys believe that? Do you guys believe that some of these, are you seeing in the river? Are you seeing it anywhere you fish where these different baits are getting more bites now because of pressure, or not really?
Yeah.
And do you believe that's a factor up in New York?
I definitely believe it's a factor in New York.
Yeah.
And it's funny because
I think clear water. Wouldn't you say, George, more so than anything?
well, not only that, Mike, but the Lake of America and the St. Lawrence River is massive. Massive.
Yeah.
And when you're bobbing around out there on a weekday, you're like, ain't nobody around here. Now you go up there next week, there'll be, a dozen or so of these elite pros that are stick around for another week, but you won't see anybody else. Not too many, because it's big. But it gets fished so hard that the fish do get somewhat educated. Now, is it the presence of the boat? Is it
The pinging of the sonar?
the noise, the sonar ping, the noise? I used to be a big believer in shallow water. A big believer of when I was flipping, I would put my transducers to sleep. I mean, that was a routine maneuver. Pull up on a bank, I'm going to flip.
Yep.
And put my transducers to sleep. I believed in that because, it's an unnatural sound. And, the fish get inundated with it. That's a great discussion to have.
Yeah.
And there's no right, no wrong.
I honestly feel like these baits that come along, if you're the first one on the bandwagon,
It's a game changer.
you get bites. I mean, look at the Alabama rig, how it were the first guys that had it before I really knew what it was, and they were educated by the guy who made it because they were popular enough that they went to him,
Right.
and they whacked them and had extraordinary fish catches.
Like when the chatterbait started up.
Yeah, and then the chatterbait, the early guys that had the chatterbait that it's just if they never seen it in certain situations, it's
Now the
it's game changing.
Yeah.
The Koike.
Yep.
And how much these guys were paying for a bait. If it wasn't a bait that changed the bite, they wouldn't go this crazy over it.
Yeah.
It changes the bite.
And so there's going to be times where you guys, yes, absolutely, you're going to be out there and you're going to throw something really weird. I can say about the Gizmo when the Gizmo first came out, which was the predecessor to this bait. It changed the game for a particular part of the bite.
A very, very small window, but it was
changed
it was a big deal when you had super clear, super low water.
Well, I can tell you this.
It was a game changer.
I can tell you this. It still is in those conditions, in that certain conditions that you get into where the fish are really pressured and it's low, clear, whatever. There's certain baits that will every bit outshine. And if you're first on the block with it, trust me.
That Gizmo won a Bassmaster kayak event on the Susquehanna River.
Really?
Yeah. Won it.
Well,
Great tackle talk.
I got one more piece for you, and this
nice.
I always save the best for last.
And George, you got to make sure you tell everybody, this stuff is online, sfttackle.com. You can go on there and you can see this stuff up close and personal. I know some of our pictures are a little bit weird, but you can see all this stuff up close and personal and check out all the cool colors and really get an idea of what we're talking about here. And you can get it ordered up and we'll be shipping it tomorrow, just like we always do. And we ship right away and at great prices. What else you got, George?
Well, I always I always say, I don't know if I saved the best for last, but I try to save something special for last. You know, we love our Mega Bass here. You guys love Mega Bass. We love Mega Bass. It's like a big Mega Bass campfire singing the songs. We got the new Respect color. We got the new Respect color in stock, and it is called GS Morocco. Sorry we didn't tell you about it earlier, but this shop has been popping, really popping. And there's a lot of stuff that didn't get done this week. And, well, that's just the way it is. So here we got a purple pearl belly. Okay. We have a little bit of translucence. We have a little reflective in there. We have a blue back. Freaking cool color, man. It's called GS Morocco. It's the latest Respect Series color. And we have it in 110, 110 plus 1, obviously. 110 Junior plus 1, obviously. Pop Max, Giant Dog X, obviously. Not so obviously, Karashi 80.
Ooh.
Would you look at that?
Hello.
And Karashi. Karashi 80 and Karashi. And X Nanahan. Now, the problem is we've been so damn busy, we couldn't get this one loaded on the web. So this one you're going to have to call on. I apologize. I just didn't have time to put it up.
Well, we put hundreds of products up this week.
Millions.
I mean, it was just very, very busy with it. And you can only do so much.
Well,
Sorry.
you can always do more, Mike.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, right.
We close at 6, and we've been working till 8 every night, so that's just the way it is. Now, this is a cool color. This is a Brandon Palaniuk color. This is probably his first of many signature colors. This color is called Kasumi Phantom. Now, you know, we're big Kasumi Ito fans, which always has a white belly. This has a white belly with a little bit of that same purple pearl, if you will. I don't know if that's the correct word or not, but that's my word.
I'm gonna tell you that this is a fish catching machine.
Kind of see-through. Got that reflective halftone.
Look at the brownness to it. It has a little bit of brownness to the back. You know, that to me, man, is
A little bit of gold fleck in there.
That is such a fish catching machine, right there.
Brandon Palaniuk.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's
Just saying.
You see the difference in some of the stuff that it just really, really looks like a fish catcher.
That is only available in 110 for us. Because the other, I think they did it in Z2 and something else. We sold all them. Happened. Sorry. Gonna have to call on that one. Didn't get that put up on the web. This one here is a Japan only color that I thought was kind of fun. So I grabbed a couple dozen. This is GP Crack Lime Chartreuse. I'm going to take this out of the package because I really think this color, this is what I like to call these reaction colors. And you got the crack lime back over chartreuse. That chartreuse is showing through on the shoulder. Clear pearl belly. That's a badass color with a red eye.
Really, really cool.
That's a GP crack lime chart. That's one of the Phantom colors. So there you go. That's your Mega Bass Minute. And this Mega Bass Minute was brought to you by Mega Bass.
I like that, George. Mega Bass Minute.
All right.
And guys, as far as tackle talk / technique talk / fun discussion.
Yeah. Tackle
Slash-
Shop Live /
Hashtag thunderstorm, hashtag.
Oh, we said
fishing.
it was
That's
we said it was going to be a big tackle talk section and mix it in with the really really cool technique stuff.
Well, I got some bad news for you, Mike.
What?
I'm not done yet. I am not done. We got a late start because
No, we got to hurry up here.
no,
It's 2 hours, George.
This
You can stay.
I will leave everything plugged in.
You can stay.
I would like to discuss quickly the amazing witnessed feat we saw today at the Bassmaster Elite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
27-5 is leading this tournament. That's 5 smallmouths over 5 pounds. 27-4 is in second place. And David Mullins, our main guy, is got 26-14. GDP, our main guy, has got 25-5, and he's in a 3-way tie.
That was awesome to see.
Yeah.
Oh, that made my day.
Really cool to see that.
26-14, 26-9, 26-8, 26-8. Check this out. 90th place, 20 pounds.
You know,
What?
It's getting out of here.
we were looking at the weights today, and I honestly 60th place on up can win the tournament. Honestly,
That was a cool discussion.
that is good.
honestly, it's if you look at it, they're only a couple pounds out.
And that can go either way, either day.
They're like literally 2 pounds,
Yeah.
2 to 2.5 pounds out. And, you know, they could have 27 tomorrow, and the top guys could only have 25.
And guess what? The wind's not going to blow as hard tomorrow. Now, as nasty as it was there today, that's why them fish bet.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
they
But
bet
here's
great.
the thing, though. What's going on? Because last week at Lake Erie, it was 120 guys had over.
114.
Yeah,
Yeah,
114
and now
over.
are these lakes getting better, or are we unlocking these lakes?
Both. The lakes are getting better. The forage base is growing the fish bigger. We're getting better as anglers. But the lakes are getting better. The good old days are now. The good old days are now. Everywhere.
Yeah.
But I just think it was cool. Now, the number one thing that happened today on planet Earth, more important than anything, other than the renaming of Lake Ontario to Lake America, is Ike's jumpsuit. Now, I think when he's done, he should wear that jumpsuit. He should have a giant American flag mounted on his rear pedestal seat. He should play extremely loud Ted Nugent music and ride his boat out into the the Lake America.
Absolutely.
I just think that would be America.
I would send it off.
America. And that's it. Ike's done 30 years. He went out christening Lake America as only Ike can do.
That's awesome.
Well, you know, politics aside, you know, it was really nice to see that Ike had a chance to, you know, again, he's been telling stories on the stage as he goes, you know, and this last one, you know, thanking all the people that stood behind him when it was a weird idea for him to go after what he was going after. And and that was just a cool little thing. And that jumpsuit, man, I'm telling you, that onesie,
Money.
That
You
Now,
know
money.
he's
guys-
going to do something tomorrow. He'll do something
Yeah.
different.
Now, Greg, Greg. Now, Mike, and now Nick. Tomorrow, we need to focus our brain power. We need all you out there. There's tens of thousands of people on right now. We need everybody out there to focus all of your available brain power and positive vibes onto the GDP boat
That's right.
as
Yeah.
he idles out of the marina, turns left, and drops the hammer on that 250 and makes his way out into Lake America.
So having
Because
fun.
my man is going to bust a sack
He is
tomorrow
going to. Absolutely.
and rock it into the top.
What do you think
You got to feel it, baby.
that you'll need to get to the top 50 cut?
Dude, this is not a discussion we can have.
I know.
Top 50 cut is probably going to be like,
48 pounds.
yeah,
48.
And then what about top 10?
Top 10
It's going to be 51, 50.
after tomorrow?
Yeah.
So after tomorrow, top 50 fish Saturday.
It's going to be,
Top 10 is going to be over 50 pounds.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
over
I mean, we're
50.
going to see
yeah.
200 to 300 century belts.
Well, no. So top 10 will be after 3 days of fishing.
Yeah. Well, no, top 10 tomorrow. The top 10 cut tomorrow.
Top 50 tomorrow.
No. If
Right.
you were to have a top 10 cut tomorrow,
yeah.
not what it's going to be, but
Yeah.
what it will be tomorrow.
Yeah.
The top 10 cut tomorrow will be 51, 52 pounds, 51 pounds.
Yeah.
It's
It really
Normally,
is.
you double the weights and minus a pound.
I think George is wrong. I think there's going to be 8 to 10 belts.
really.
No,
Uh-huh.
no,
You-
no.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You've been smoking on the
I
pipe.
think almost all the top 10 guys are going to have 100 pounds.
No, you're fuck. I mean, you're extremely crazy.
Well, here's a question for you guys, and this is the major question of the week, because we're not going to see each other for a couple days. Who do you have winning Angler of the Year?
Oh,
Trey
dude.
McKinney.
Yeah,
Do you?
Trey McKinney
I don't,
launched his boat this morning and said, "Come and get it. You're gonna have to take it from my grip as
well,
I'm dying."
he gained more points today,
He did.
right?
Yep.
And, he'd have to really, really, really fall on his face.
It's 1 pound off right now.
Huh?
Corey's 1 pound behind him right now.
For Angler of the Year points?
No, for the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, the Angler of the Year points is close. I mean,
Yeah, it's close.
It
It's-
is.
It's 3-point spread. So, in other words, what that means is for Corey
Corey
To
has to
beat-
win.
to beat Trey, Corey has to
Yeah.
win, and Trey has to finish in 4th place, or that same spread down through the
I bet you
field.
they crown him on Saturday.
It could happen.
Yeah. They crown
You're
him.
just proclamating the hell out of this
Yeah.
tournament.
I bet you
You
they crown
got
him on Saturday.
what? You got 800-pound belts. You got the Jets winning 9 games, and you got McKinney getting crowned on Saturday. I guess all I can say, you better stay dialed in to SFT tomorrow and Saturday, because I have a feeling we're going to be going live
Yeah.
because this is earth shattering.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to track along, and come in if you're not fishing on Saturday. I don't know what the weather's like, but come in on Saturday and hang out and check out these new baits if you're local or close.
Plus, we got some killer specials.
Within 3 hours. That's close. Come on in, see us, and we got some killer specials. We got some killer products in here.
Well, we're gonna have a good time.
And we always have a good time on Saturday. The crew's here, Skeeter Steve and
It's the Stallion.
the Stallions here. So
Come on in.
it's a real good time in here on Saturday.
Sign his clock.
Yeah, you can see sign his clock or see his clock. Well, anyway, we got to get moving here.
Yeah, we do.
Listen, we appreciate everybody.
We do.
And
You guys are the best.
you are the
Like-
best, and we appreciate you. And we'll catch you
You're
on
on the channel. On the channel. We'll get you on the channel
what the hell.
on the next.
Look, see you next time.
Hopeless lover, hopeless lover. I met you on a sunny day. Right there, you took my breath away. Young and pretty, was it just a dream? The next day, you called me up. You told me I'm your little buttercup.
No steelhead, Paul.
And you fell into my arms. Well, I know what I feel. Please tell me your love is real. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down, knowing I am blue, I can't get enough. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, how I wish that you were mine. I can't get enough. Hopeless lover. I woke up all soaked in sweat, with chills running down my neck. I go